Okay, so today we're diving straight into the fundamental stuff you absolutely need to know if you're even remotely thinking about the world of business.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're thinking about a startup or just trying to figure out like where you fit in your current work, or even if you're just sort of like, curious about this whole entrepreneurial thing. We've
Right.
got like a concentrated dose of insights for you today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've basically taken a comprehensive look at like the entire business landscape
Uh,
and we've boiled it down to like the absolute bare essentials.
yeah.
Like think of this as like your rapid start guide to like what truly matters when you're first starting out.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
First up, your why.
Yes, the why.
And I'm not just talking about making money here.
Right.
What is it that like really drives you at your core?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the freedom to call your own shots, or maybe you like want to build something that really matters,
Yeah.
something significant, or maybe it's about like shaking things up,
Right.
you know, disrupting the status quo with innovation.
Right.
It's fascinating how that why, that underlying motivation, it's like surprisingly powerful.
Oh, absolutely.
It really shapes every single decision you make and the entire direction you're going.
What's really interesting here is how that why it acts like an anchor almost.
Okay.
When things get tough, because you know they will,
They always do.
it's that fundamental purpose. It's that why that keeps you grounded and guides your decisions.
Right.
So, like, really take some time to consider, like, what's fueling this interest in business for you.
So, okay, that drives you? You've got that figured out.
Right.
Now let's get down to like the nuts and bolts, the basics.
Okay.
How does the business actually make money?
Right.
That's your business model.
Uh-huh.
Then you've got to figure out how to get the word out, how to bring in those customers.
Yeah.
And that's where marketing and sales come in.
Absolutely. Got to reach those customers.
You also need to understand like the financial health of your business.
Yeah.
And that's where those income statements and balance sheets, all that good stuff comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you got the day-to-day running of the business.
Really? The operations.
Exactly,
Yeah.
the operations. And even like the legal stuff.
Right.
Like whether you're going to be a sole proprietorship or an LLC that has like huge implications down the line.
Oh, yeah. It definitely does.
Major implications.
If we kind of like zoom out and look at the bigger picture here,
Okay.
think of all these things as like interconnected gears,
Okay.
a really strong business model that's going to inform your sales strategy,
Uh-huh.
which then directly impacts your financials.
Oh,
If you ignore any one of these foundational areas, it's like you're putting the whole system at risk.
now let's talk about something that's like equally important.
Okay.
What's going on between your ears?
Yeah.
Your mindset.
Yes. Mindset is
You
everything.
need resilience, like the ability to bounce back from those setbacks.
You're going to have setbacks for sure.
Absolutely.
You got to be able to bounce back.
You need patience. Because building something meaningful usually takes time.
It does.
You don't build Rome in a day.
No, you don't.
And you need this like tricky balance of confidence,
Oh, yeah.
believing in your vision,
Mm-hmm.
but also humility,
Right.
recognizing that you don't know everything.
That's a tough one.
It is tough.
That tension between confidence and humility, that's really key.
Yeah.
You need that drive to push forward, but you also need the openness to learn from your mistakes
Uh-huh.
and adapt your approach along the way.
So who can help you along the way?
Ah,
This is where strategic networking comes in.
it's all about the network.
We're talking about building relationships with other entrepreneurs who really get it.
Right. They've been there.
They've been in the trenches.
In the trenches, yeah.
Potential investors,
Mm.
experienced advisors who've seen it all.
Yeah, they've seen all the ups and downs.
And crucially, those future customers,
Right.
mentors in particular, can be like incredibly valuable
Oh, absolutely.
for avoiding those rookie errors.
Yeah, because we all make them.
We all make them.
It's part of the process. But a good mentor can help you avoid some of the big ones.
Yeah, for sure. And what's so fascinating about networking is that it's not just about getting advice.
It's not just advice, no.
Your network can provide unexpected opportunities,
Absolutely.
like crucial support
Yeah.
during those challenging times.
It's like an ecosystem, you know?
It is.
Everyone's supporting each other.
And speaking of who you're building for,
Yes.
it all comes down to knowing your customer,
Knowing your customer inside and out.
inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
What problems are they facing?
Mm-hmm.
What do they truly desire?
Right.
What keeps them up at night?
Yeah.
Your business should be providing a real solution to their
It's a
needs,
real solution.
not just some like made up problem.
Exactly. And this raises a really important question.
Okay.
Are you solving a genuine pain point for your target audience?
Right.
Because even the most innovative product in the world it won't succeed if there's no real need for it.
Which brings us to validation.
Validation, very important.
Don't spend like months and months in a vacuum, working on something in isolation.
Right.
Get your idea out there early in like a basic form. That's your minimum viable product or MVP.
The MVP.
And just see if it resonates. Test before you invest like tons of time and money.
Absolutely. And if we kind of connect this back to the bigger picture again,
Okay.
validation is all about de-risking your venture.
De-risking. Okay.
It's about gathering real-world feedback before you pour all your resources into something that might not even have a market.
Okay, so now let's get into some of the less glamorous stuff.
Right.
But it's still super important, legal and compliance.
You can't skip this part.
Get your business registered properly.
First things first.
Sort out your taxes.
Yes.
Seriously. Find a good accountant early on.
Don't wait on that one.
Don't wait. And if your brand is like unique, think about protecting it with a trademark.
Trademarks are important if you've got something special.
And these aren't just like bureaucratic hurdles to jump through.
No, they're not.
This is about building a solid and sustainable foundation for your business.
Exactly.
Ignoring this stuff can lead to some like really costly problems down the line.
Yeah, you don't want that.
All right, now let's talk tech.
Okay.
Let's talk about using technology smartly.
Smartly, yes.
Think about automation to streamline all those like tedious tasks to keep things efficient. And in today's world, like a basic understanding of digital marketing.
I have it.
Things like SEO and social media.
All that good stuff.
That's essential for reaching your audience.
Absolutely. You got to be where your customers are.
Exactly. And technology, when used strategically, can be like a huge amplifier for your business.
It really can.
It allows you to do more with less and connect with those customers in totally new ways.
In ways you never could before.
Okay, here's a super vital point. Cash flow is king.
Cash flow is king.
Got to remember that one.
You need to manage your money carefully.
Carefully, yes. And always keep an eye on how much cash is coming in versus going out.
Right.
You can be profitable on paper,
You can.
but without cash, you can't operate.
You can't keep the lights on.
Exactly. And this is a critical distinction.
Yes.
Profit is just a measure of revenue minus expenses over a period of time.
Right.
Cash flow is about having liquid funds available when you need them.
Exactly when you need them.
A business can be profitable, but still fail
It can happen.
due to poor cash flow management.
It happens all the time.
And finally, the learning never stops.
It never stops.
Business is constantly evolving,
It's always changing.
especially with all these new technologies popping up left and right.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
Stay curious. Keep reading. Listen to relevant sources.
Podcasts, books, articles, there's so much out there.
You got to adapt or you're going to get left behind.
The world's not slowing down.
Not at all. So a commitment to continuous learning
Yes.
that is essential for staying ahead of the curve and navigating this ever-changing business environment.
The business world is not for the faint of heart.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
Your why, the basic building blocks, mindset networking, understanding your customer validation legalities, tech cash flow, and continuous learning.
Phew. That's a mouthful.
That's a lot, I know.
But it's all important stuff.
This is like the essential starting point for anyone venturing into the world of business.
The bedrock.
The bedrock, exactly.
Right.
And grasping these fundamentals will give you a much stronger footing to tackle those inevitable challenges and really seize those opportunities.
You'll be much more prepared for whatever comes your way.
So considering all these fundamental areas we've talked about today,
Okay.
what single aspect do you think will be like your biggest advantage or even your biggest hurdle
Ooh, that's a good question.
as you begin to navigate the world of business?
Yeah, that's something to really think about.
It's a crucial question to ponder as you move forward.
Absolutely.
And that's it for today's deep dive.
Dive complete.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing forward.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
See ya.